Hello everyone, welcome to Homework Help. If you find the video useful, please subscribe to the channel. In this video, we'll solve a vector algebra problem. As per the problem, if vector A and vector B are collinear vectors, then which of the following is incorrect? We are given four answer choices. We have to find out which of these answer choices is incorrect. Let's start by understanding what are collinear vectors. Collinear vectors are vectors that lie along the same line or are parallel to each other. Another way to define collinear vectors is that they are scalar multiples of each other. That means if we multiply one of the vectors by a scalar quantity, we get the other vector. Let's start by analyzing the given answer choices. As per option A, vector B equals lambda times vector A for some scalar lambda. As per the definition of collinear vectors, this option is true because as per this answer choice, lambda is a scalar quantity, and if we multiply vector A by lambda and it becomes equal to vector B, that means vectors A and B are collinear vectors. Option A is true, so this cannot be the answer. Now we can analyze option B. Vector A equals plus minus vector B. Two vectors are equal to each other if they have the same magnitude and direction. This option has two cases, that vector A is equal to vector B and vector A is equal to minus vector B. If vector A is equal to vector B, that means they have the same magnitude and direction. But for collinear vectors, it is not mandatory that they have the same magnitude. Similarly, if vector A is equal to minus vector B, that means they have same magnitude but opposite direction. Collinear vectors do not have to have the same magnitude. Therefore, option B is not correct for collinear vectors because one of the requirements for two vectors to be equal to each other is that they should have the same magnitude. So option B should be the answer because this statement is not true for two collinear vectors A and B. We can analyze options C and D as well. In option C, we are given that the respective components of vectors A and B are proportional. This is true because if two vectors are along the same line or are parallel to each other, their components will be proportional to each other and the proportion will be equal to their scalar multiple, which we can use to make the two vectors equal to each other. So the statement in option C is true. So option C cannot be the answer. In option D, we are given that both vectors A and B may have the same direction but different magnitude. That is true. It is possible for vectors A and B to be of different magnitude. We are given that vectors A and B are collinear. The concept of collinear vectors is only based on their direction, not on their magnitude. So the statement in option D is true. So option D cannot be the answer. So the answer is option B. So these are the steps you have to keep in mind to answer this question. I hope you'll find this video useful. Please share it, like it, and subscribe to Homework Help. Thank you very much and have a nice day. Bye.